Hello, everybody. Um, so in our previous video, we discussed sources of information, internal and external. What was information? Information was a processed form of data, right? Today, we're going to talk about data. Data is the unprocessed version of information. When you process data, you get information as a result, correct? But when that same information is not processed, it is known as data. Now, in this video, we're going to discuss about some of the sources of data. Now, there are three main sources of data. Three main sources of data. All right. The first and foremost is your machine, or you could say your sensor data. All right. Uh, Machine or sensor data comes from devices. It comes from machines or sensors that monitor and measure your physical and your environmental conditions. This data is usually in the form of raw measurements, raw readings. All right. Some of the examples of machine or sensor data include industrial sensors, monitor machinery, uh, your temperature, your um, they monitor your production processes, correct? Your weather stations, collecting temperature, your humidity or your wind speed data. Uh, at home, you could say some smart home devices tracking energy consumption, your temperature, security, all of that. This type of data will help organizations optimize processes. It would help them improve efficiency and make data driven decisions. So, this is one of the sources of data. Another source of data is the second one, which is known as transactional data. All right. What is transactional data? Transactional data is something that is generated and recorded during transactions or interactions between individuals, between businesses, between organizations or companies. This data is usually structured. It is usually very organized for specific businesses or for very like operational purposes. Examples could be sales transactions, like purchases made online or in store. Financial transactions like your bank transfers, your credit card payments, your stock trades, right? Your inventory transactions like your product movements, your stock levels, your supply chain data, right? This transactional data particularly helps organizations track performance to identify the trends and make some informed decisions. All right. Now, the third data and the last data is known as human data. All right. Human data is something that encompasses information derived from sources which are directly involving humans. There's nothing machinery or nothing transactional about this kind of data. It is directly related to a data that comes from or that involves human. For example, social media posts, or the interactions which are done on social media, like Twitter, Instagram posts, your stories, your reels, your shorts, all of that, or handwritten letters, or your emails, or your text messages, phone calls, voice recordings, video conferencings, your questionnaires, your surveys, or your feedback forms, all of that. Human data reflects human attributes, human preferences, human sentiments, their behavior. This kind of data is widely used in market research, in sentimental analysis, you could say customer feedback, you could say service improvement, your academic research, policy development, social studies. But it is very essential to handle human data very ethically because this is not machine. There could be a lot of, uh, you know, data leaking. So you have to ensure data privacy, confidentiality, compliance with relevant regulations. Some of the examples could be user generated content on social media platforms, academic and research data such as survey responses or experimental results, location based data from mobile devices or GPS tracking. Sorry for the pause. There was a technical issue. So let's summarize sources of data. All right. Machine or sensor data, again, as I said, it comes from devices that are monitoring physical or environmental conditions. Transactional data is generated during transactions or interactions between individuals, businesses, or any kind of organizations. And human data is what it encompasses information derived from sources which directly involve humans. This is a very small concept. And with this, we can wrap up this concept as well. For any doubts, you can always comment below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for further videos.